Hi everyone, I'm Shelly from There's No Place Like Home at redheadmom8.wordpress.com. As a relaxed homeschool mom, when I look for curriculum, I am looking for resources that are simple, that are concise, and that are devoid of busy work. Now, I have mentioned in several of my videos that when it comes to grammar, we usually tend to do formal grammar once the kids are in high school. Up until that point, we usually learn grammar through Mad Libs, we learn grammar through different exercises with copywork, or sometimes through integrating it in with our unit studies. What I've decided, though, over the past couple of months of just thinking about it, is that I'm going to start using daily grams, which is something that I use with my high schoolers, with my middles group. So if you haven't been here before, I'm homeschooling 8 kids this year. I have 11 kids, but only 8 are still school age. So I've got a littles group, a middles group, and my teens. So anyway, yeah, I've decided that I'm going to start doing daily grams with my middles group, simply because even though doing grammar with copywork and doing grammar with Mad Libs and doing grammar with unit studies, they're all a lot of fun and they are very holistic learning. What I am finding is that sometimes time is really an issue for me because I have so many kids. And since I know that daily grams is something that is quick and effective with my older kids, I decided that I'm going to try it this year as well. So what I'm going to do, since I've had so many questions about daily grams, is I'm going to do a quick flip through to show you an inside look of what they look like. Here's the outside. Now this one is grade 4. This is the one that I'm going to be using with my middles group. And that is my children who are between the ages of 3rd and 8th grade. And the reason that I picked grade 4 is just because I thought it was a good place to start, because they hadn't done a formal grammar curriculum yet. And yeah, I'm going to do it with all of them. I don't follow grade levels. I just go with the flow, because a lot of these grammar books look the same no matter what grade level you have. And you're actually going to see that even with the 2 that I'm going to show you. This is my time-worn daily grams that I use for my high schoolers. And if you notice, it says that it's for junior high and senior high. But yeah, this is the one that I use with my high schoolers. So I'm going to give you guys an inside look at the 2 of them, because so many of you have asked me, what do they look like? What do they entail? How long do they take? So I figure if you can actually see it with your own eyes, it might help you to make a decision on whether or not you would like to try it for your family. So I hope that this helps you in some way. All right, I'm going to start with daily grams, grade 4, the new one that I just got. And first, I just wanted to point out really quickly that the reason that I have chosen daily grams of all the grammar curriculums that we've used, and we've used a lot, is because daily grams only takes 5 to 10 minutes a day, but it gives the kids a solid foundation in grammar. And I think that is really, really important. So if you look here, there are 180 daily reviews. Now I'm going to point out, it says reviews, meaning as in to use this in addition to other grammar curriculum. I'm telling you, from years of using this, that is not necessary. If your kids are doing this every single day, it just keeps building upon itself. And again, it is a rock solid foundation for those skills that your kids need to learn in this area. So it covers capitalization, punctuation, grammar, and other concepts like dictionary skills, difficult words, friendly letters, sentence types, prefixes, roots, suffixes, synonyms, antonyms, homonyms, etc., and daily sentence combining. So when you look at this, and this is just the table of contents, where I want to look for the good part. And it always it tells you what the format is too. It tells you what to expect in each day's work. So here we have day 1. And if you notice, there is a section on capitalization, one on punctuation, one on alphabetizing, one on subject verb, and one on sentence combining. Day 2, you will find that it is the same thing. Capitalization, punctuation, parts of speech, sentence combining. Day 3, capitalization, punctuation, subject, verb, parts of speech, sentence combining. And that's really what each and every day looks like. Your kids will be getting practice in the same skills every day, but it will not be a drill and kill effect like usually happens with math, but can definitely happen with grammar as well. Since it is something that only takes 5 or 10 minutes, your kids will not get frustrated. They will not start to get impatient and stop paying attention. But it is something that they're doing every day, and it's just going to become second nature to them. And yeah, there are 180 days of this. Will my kids be doing it every single day? Probably not. Since we do unit studies, if our unit studies contain any language arts features in them, I usually will let my kids skip their other language arts materials for that day. So my kids will not be doing them every day. So if they do not complete all 180 days in 1 year, that's fine. Since I'm not stuck on grade levels, so we will just continue it the next year until we finish it, and then we'll move on. I just want them to have this foundation. Now, one thing that I do like about this is that there is an answer key in the back of the book. So you can easily go back and find the answers to your kids' worksheet. Now, I will say that my older kids so far, my high schoolers, they actually check their own work. They go back and they look in the answer key. They correct their own work. I think this is really good for accountability. And if they have any questions, they don't understand why something was wrong, they will come to me and ask me. Another thing that I will say is if you have only one child, you could always have them just write directly on the worksheet. Since I have more than one child using each of these, I just get them a composition book at the dollar store and they just write their answers in there. So now moving on to the one for junior high and senior high, and pardon the look, we've had it for several years now. It's gone through several kids. As you can see, again, 180 daily reviews, capitalization, punctuation, grammar and other concepts. This one differs a little bit from the other one that I showed you. It has phrases and clauses, sentence types, friendly letters, business letters, sentences, fragments, run-ons, etc., and daily sentence combining. And what you're going to find is that, yeah, there's like a coffee stain or something, probably from my coffee. But anyway, this is going to have the same look as the other one. But of course, it's going to be a little more complex. But it is still the same format. Capitalization, punctuation, parts of speech, sentence combining. And that is what this entire book will look like as well. 180 days of this. So I'm hoping that you can see how your kids are getting a good foundation, because this is something that they are touching on each and every day that they do it. Now, I would recommend that you do it, even if you're not going to do it every single day. I would definitely recommend to do it several days a week, though. You know, it's not something that I would really do once a week. I would try to do it several days a week, but again, it takes 5 minutes. It's fine. And yeah, this is what the middle school and high school one looks like. Capitalization, punctuation, clauses, parts of speech, sentence combining. And here, I'm back here now at day 121. Capitalization, punctuation, parts of speech, sentence, fragment, run-on, sentence combining. So, yeah, I'm hoping that this gives you guys a good look into what you could expect if you would decide to get it. There's really not a whole lot to say review-wise because it is such a simple curriculum. It's not something that is really complicated. It's not something that takes a bunch of planning. You literally just flip it open and do the next day. That's it. And we love it. Again, I said it earlier, we've used this for several years now, and I have no plans of changing it anytime soon. So anyway, and again, just same thing here. The answers are right in the back of the book. So anyway, that's all that I have for you today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet and would like to hear more of what I have to say, I would love if you would do that. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave one down below if my comments are ever turned back on. If they are not, you can always just follow me on Instagram. You can leave a comment there on one of my posts. Even if it's a question for one of my videos, it's fine. You can always contact me there. And if you like my work and would like to check out my Patreon page, I will leave the link for that as well. And I hope you have a great day.